Hi, I'm Les. In this video, I'm going to put together the balance beam assembly. The balance beam assembly consists of the tower, the balance beam without the counterweight, these two long struts, and these two short struts that connect to the main girder. When I first started working on the balance beam, I was assuming that the beam pivoted in the same way that the bull wheel pivoted, having an axle that's spun inside a housing. Well, I was in for a big shock because that's not the way it happens. It rocks back and forth in a cradle. The two long struts on one end and the counterweight on the other end keep it in place. It's time to get that balance beam installed. I've been looking forward to this. The balance beam is the biggest piece I've had so far, and it's going to make this model really stand out. So I sent it away for printing. As soon as I got it, I looked at it and said, wow, this is fabulous. So I put the long struts on one end and I set it up into the cradle just to see what it's going to look like, and it looked terrific. I needed to get something on the table that was behind the model. There was actually a stapler that I needed to get. So I reached behind and got the staple, and when I came back, my elbow hit the end of the main girder, knocked the model off the table onto the floor, and broke the end of the balance beam. What are you going to do? Here's the broken piece that came off. Well, there's actually two positives that came out of this. The first is that I learned that these plates are too thin. So I changed the model, increased their thickness to double the thickness actually, and resubmitted for printing. I can now put together the balance beam assembly. Because the right side of the balance beam is longer than the left side, there are additional forces pushing down on the main girder, putting more pressure on the motor. I'm going to push down on the end of the balance beam to simulate a counterweight. The force of the counterweight causes the short strut and the long strut to line up with each other. When the main girder touches the short strut, it will push it all the way. When the bridge is up, there's a sharp angle between the short strut and the long strut. This is exactly how the real bridge works. The milestone of the balance beam assembly without the counterweight is completed. The counterweight should be pretty simple to attach. It's just a block, attach it to the balance beam, and it should go pretty smoothly, right? Wrong. It turns out The counterweight is one of the most complex, technically difficult pieces I've had to deal with so far in this project. So much so that I'm devoting a separate video to it, starting the next video, in fact. In fact, there may be more than one video. And during that video, you'll learn what the second positive event that came out of my mishap with the balance beam. So here we are again, and it's been quite a ride so far. And I hope you're enjoying these videos. I certainly am having a ball making them. If you have any comments, please get them to the comment section below. And I hope you'd consider subscribing to my channel. And remember, when you stop learning, all that's left is forgetting. See you in the next video.